Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're taking on an absolutely massive data-driven journey. We are going to relentlessly rank all 50 states in America, starting from the absolute worst all the way up to the #1 best state to live in. And as we go through this list, I've got a challenge for you. I want you to try and guess exactly where your home state is going to land in this ultimate ranking.
Okay, let's dive into this. Is your state a hidden gem, a total national powerhouse, or, well, is it kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel? Before we reveal that first state, go ahead and drop your prediction in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of our deep dive explainers. So, you might be wondering, how exactly are we judging this? We're ruthlessly ranking these states based on 5 core pillars: economy, safety, cost of living, schools, and overall quality of life. Every single state has been measured against these exact metrics. Let's see who crumbles and who shines. All right, kicking things off with the bottom tier, states 50 to 41.
It's pretty tough in this struggling bottom tier where infrastructure, health, and economic opportunity are really fighting just to keep up with the rest of the nation. Coming in dead last at number 50 is Louisiana. Between holding the worst pollution levels in the entire country, severe government corruption, and a devastating lack of economic opportunity, it also ranks as the 3rd most dangerous state. Just barely edging it out at 49 is Mississippi. Now, Mississippi holds the title of the cheapest state, but it tragically suffers from the lowest incomes, the highest poverty and obesity rates, the absolute worst healthcare, and the lowest life expectancy in the U.S.
Moving to number 47, we've got Arkansas. Despite being called the land of opportunity, it honestly struggles with extremely high crime and poverty rates. Though I will say, residents in Stuttgart do take the World Championship duck calling contest very seriously. Just one spot ahead at 46 is Alabama. Outside of Huntsville, the state battles severe poverty and crime, but it does hold a rather unique record. Its constitution is a staggering 389,000 words long. To put that into perspective, that's literally 85 times the length of the U.S. Constitution.
Rounding out our bottom 10, we see a real mix of gorgeous scenery and some pretty harsh realities. New Mexico at 48 is statistically the most dangerous state and has terrible schools, yet home prices still hover around $260,000 simply because the Georgia O'Keeffe country scenery is just that beautiful. We see similar trends in West Virginia at 44. Despite failing coal industries and rock-bottom incomes averaging just $48,500, the scenery is absolutely stunning. Down in Tennessee at 43 and South Carolina at 41, you've got booming fun cities like Nashville and Charleston, right? But they're dragged down by skyrocketing costs and extremely high violent crime rates in places like Memphis. Real quick, before we enter the next tier, we have an honorable mention for Washington, D.C. If D.C. were officially a state, it would sit right around number 40 on our list. It boasts by far the highest incomes in the nation, but it's also incredibly dangerous and, statistically speaking, 8 times more politically corrupt than Louisiana.
Moving right along to the messy middle pack, states 40 to 21.
Now, if you happen to see your home state flash by in this middle pack, definitely hit that share button and send this explainer to a neighbor. This group is incredibly diverse. You've got Arizona at 38, where you get 300 sunny days a year but risk intense heat and allergies. We also see the shifting realities of the Rust Belt. Pennsylvania at 37 has lost hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs over the decades, dealing with poverty and poor infrastructure, while Michigan at 36 remains highly affordable with those gorgeous Great Lakes shorelines.
Now, what's really interesting is how these two polarizing giants stack up right next to each other. Texas comes in at 30. Its cities are totally booming with incredible economies and amenities, but the rural parts of the state have practically zero economic opportunity, and healthcare and education rank well below average. Right next door at 29 is California. Traffic, homelessness, and an astronomical cost of living are driving people away for sure, but the perfect weather, breathtaking scenery, and a massive economy are exactly why so many people stay.
Closing out the middle pack, we have states that are really finding their footing. Oregon ranks at 26. Despite the high cost of living and media narratives heavily overplaying the issues in Portland, the state actually boasts exceptional infrastructure, a great economy, and stunning nature from Crater Lake to Mount Hood. We also see South Dakota at 27, which is remarkably fiscally stable with absolutely no state income tax, and North Dakota at 24, heavily buoyed by its massive energy sector and impressively low unemployment.
Okay, we are about to break into the top 20. If you're finding this breakdown helpful and want us to update this definitive list every single year, help us hit 5,000 likes on this explainer and make sure you're subscribed.
Getting closer now. Nearing the top. States 20 to 11.
As we enter the upper echelon where economies really start to hum, education systems shine, and the overall quality of life takes a massive leap forward, we have New York at number 20. Despite its high cost of living and its flaws, the city remains an unparalleled melting pot, and upstate is both gorgeous and surprisingly affordable. Compare that to Florida at 17, which is just exploding in population right now. People are moving there in droves because it's affordable, the schools are actually great, it has the 9th fastest growing economy, and of course that beautiful tropical weather.
This tier is absolutely packed with high earners and safe havens. Connecticut at 15 and Maryland at 12 have massive median household incomes at $79,000 and over $86,000 respectively. Wisconsin at 18 leans hard into its amazing dairy and beer culture. And look at Maine at number 13. With its rocky cliffs and dense forests, it's not just the most beautiful state east of the Mississippi, it is also practically the safest state in the whole country.
The suspense is building. Here we are, America's Top 10.
We've arrived, and the anticipation is real. We are now looking at the absolute best places to live in the entire country, where health metrics are phenomenal and quality of life is unmatched. And this brilliantly illustrates just how diverse the top of the list is. At number 10, Nebraska boasts the lowest unemployment rate in the nation with a booming economy. At number 9, Hawaii might have $5 gallons of milk and the highest home prices, but it offers the absolute best healthcare, highest life expectancy, and lowest stress levels in America. Truly priceless. And at number 8, Idaho gives residents a top-tier economy paired with over 50 million acres of gorgeous, untouched nature.
Continuing up the list, Vermont takes number 7 with incredible infrastructure, zero pollution, and a quality of life so high nobody ever wants to leave. Colorado at 6 perfectly balances its 14,000-foot mountains with the second-best economy in the country. Minnesota sits at 5, offering phenomenal economic opportunity and wonderful healthcare, assuming you can endure those negative 40-degree winters. And at number 4, Washington features a booming, virtually unstoppable job market fueled by a workaholic culture and jaw-dropping scenery. Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is Massachusetts. This is by far the most educated state in the entire country. And honestly, it makes complete sense when you look at the data. They have the absolute best public schools, the second best healthcare system, incredibly high-paying jobs, and a rich foundation of American history.
Our runner-up at number 2 is Utah. Now, you might be a little surprised by this, but Utah ranks in the top 5 in pretty much every single statistic that matters. They possess the number 1 economy in the nation, breathtaking natural landscapes, and the second lowest unemployment and poverty rates. It's no wonder that statistically, Utahns are the happiest residents in the country.
Which brings us to the number 1 state. We started with 50, we're down to just 1. The data has been crunched on safety, the economy, schools, and overall quality of life. The ultimate winner of this 50-state explainer is New Hampshire. The Granite State takes the crown as the undisputed champion of our ranking.
So the crucial point is exactly how incredibly well-rounded New Hampshire is. It's nearly perfect across every single statistical category we measured. It's the second safest state in America. It boasts by far the lowest poverty rate. It provides the best economic opportunity, and to top it all off, the natural beauty is simply magical. It's small, but it punches way above its weight class to claim the number 1 spot.
So I've got to ask, did your state rank exactly where you expected, or are you packing your bags and moving to New Hampshire right now? Let us know down in the comments. Oh, and if you missed any of the stats, be sure to rely on the on-screen English captions for a quick recap. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Hit that subscribe button for more data-driven breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.